And good evening, I'm Amma Dates.
And I'm Dan Ashley. Thanks for joining us. Now at 6, betrayal on death row.
Convicted serial killer Joseph Naso claims we shouldn't believe a former death row inmate who says Naso admitted to killing 26 women.
iteam reporter Dan Noyes is the only journalist to have interviewed Naso. That was in 2013, and he's back with more on their latest conversations, Dan.
Dan and Amma, I had a lot of contact with Naso when I covered his trial 12 years ago. He received a death sentence for killing 6 women. I wanted to talk to him again after that fellow death row inmate uncovered new evidence of what appeared to be Naso's many other murders.
You have a prepaid call from Joseph Naso, an incarcerated individual at this California healthcare facilities.
The past year in prison has been rocky for convicted serial killer Joseph Naso.
I'm not doing too good. I'm in bad shape. I broke my hip. Did you know that?
After he got moved from San Quentin's death row to the men's colony in San Luis Obispo, Naso told me an inmate pushed over his wheelchair.
Trying to have surgery. It's really hard. I can't walk, can't stand up, spend most of my time in bed.
The 91-year-old has also been getting new attention from law enforcement agencies around the Bay Area.
I had the FBI contact me to see if I could help them with a cold case. And I said, well, what's in it for me?
Naso tells me the FBI wanted information about one of the victims on his list of 10 that investigators found in his Reno home during a parole search. He tried to make a deal.
Well, I said, you know, I do something for you. I help you with a cold case. You do something for me. And I want a reversal of all my convictions. And she said, no, that's not going to happen.
Naso is facing new scrutiny after a former death row inmate chronicled 10 years of conversations with the serial killer in a book just out, Through the Lens of a Monster.
I never thought I would get enough information to write a book. It was always about, and always will be about, the victims' families.
Bill Noguera told me one day on the San Quentin exercise yard, Naso asked for help getting moved to a prison near Sacramento so his sons could visit more often.
And that's when that idea was hatched, to get him to write me a confession about one of the victims on the list of 10 in order for me to give it to my friend, who then would walk it to the governor and discuss it so the governor would move him out of there.
It was all a lie. Noguera didn't have a friend who knew the governor, but Naso believed it.
Yeah, he told me, he said, listen, tell me about your crimes. I got a friend that knows the governor, and then we'll give it to him, and if he believes you, then he'll cut you loose.
In the letter, Naso wrote he saw a model's ad in the Berkeley Barb, that they met at a cafe and went to his home in Oakland. Quote, during the session, I choked her to death. No violence, no sex, just a quick death. Naso wrote that he threw the body off the Richmond-San Rafael Bridge late that night. After seeing the letter, a cold case detective identified the victim, Lynn Ruth Connis, as number 6 on Naso's list, the girl from Berkeley.
Is what's in that letter true, Joe?
Huh?
I
don't know. I have to see it. Let me see the letter. I don't know what's in it.
It's in your handwriting, Joe.
So what?
You wrote it.
Yeah. What are you going to prove that to convict me or what? I don't understand. Am I being charged for writing a letter that doesn't have any meaning?
Joe, it's details of a killing that no one would know except for the killer.
Yeah, what about it, though? Nobody's going to do anything. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to prison.
They can't give you any more time in prison. It doesn't matter. You're staying there, right?
I don't know. Maybe I'll get out tomorrow. I don't know. Maybe I'll be released.
I tried a different approach with Naso in other conversations, asking if he would like to be known as one of the top serial killers of all time, or whether he might want to help families of his unnamed victims finally know the truth.
Can you see yourself at any time admitting to any of the killings?
No. You know why? There's no proof that they were ever seen with me, that were friends of mine, that I ever even touched them or knew them or anything. They're basing all of this on writings on a piece of paper. It doesn't mention any names, nothing.
He's again referencing the list of 10, but ample evidence came out at trial, including his DNA found on the body of 18-year-old Roxine Rogash near Fairfax in 1977.
That could prove possibly that I had sex with her, but not that I killed her. That's what that means.
and his wife's DNA found on pantyhose wrapped around Rogash's neck.
How did your wife's DNA wind up around her neck?
That I don't know. You'll have to ask my wife.
Like other serial killers, Naso kept mementos of his killings. A search of his bank safe deposit box found one victim's passport, a driver's license, a pin they wore, and in the case of Pamela Parsons, a newspaper clipping about her death with a photograph Naso took of her, apparently deceased.
This trial should be reversed, and my sentence should be reversed. I shouldn't be in prison, you know.
Naso was trying several things. He gave me a copy of the letter he sent Kim Kardashian in May, spelled her name wrong, asking her to help arrange a compassionate release. He's also appealing the verdict, based on what he sees as errors by the original trial judge.
I wrote one motion. I said the judge should not have allowed me to represent myself because I was a naive defendant. I was naive, and I shouldn't have been allowed to defend myself.
Naso also asked me to publish good stories about him and provided this letter from the Academy of Art in San Francisco from 1977. It says Naso worked there as a photography instructor and was totally dependable and extremely cooperative. So there we have it. We have the letter out now. It's official.
Wow.
He's a great guy.
Oh, wow.
He is a strange, complicated, mysterious, and dark figure. Let's talk a little bit more about these victims. With this new book, there are potentially more victims, more names coming to light now that may be associated with this killer?
Through that inmate's work, they've now identified 4 additional victims, 4 names. Families are being actually contacted about this. And so now we have 10 victims in all that Naso is tied to, and potentially 16 more if that's true, that there are 26 killings.
It's clear he's not going to cooperate in any way at this point. No. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.